So, guys, first topic of the day: the coach for the Tampa Bay Bucks, Mr. BA Bruce Arians, slapped one of his players, Mr. Adams, in the back of the head last Sunday due to him about to cause a penalty. And I wanted to ask you guys, what was your opinions on it? And I mean, have you ever had it? I'm pretty sure we've all played sports. We've all had our coach get a little physical, but we didn't think much of it. But go ahead, guys. What are you guys' take on it?
I mean, honestly, I feel like it really wasn't a big deal. I mean, if you think about it, back in the day, football they did a lot worse back in the day in football, back in the 80s and the 70s. So I mean,
Yes.
just a slap on the head. I mean, I kind of get maybe some of why people are mad because of I guess how he did it, but I mean,
True.
today's people nowadays, I feel like are kind of sensitive. I mean, let's be real. I mean,
Very.
they're a little sensitive, but I mean, it was just a slap on the head, slap on the helmet. I mean, I've had worse from one of my coaches. I mean, I haven't played football, I played basketball, but our
Okay.
basketball coach, he did worse. He
Now
did
I can
worse.
see if it's basketball because you ain't got no helmet.
I mean,
It's
but
all that's
I won't
that's
say my
all
coach.
skin
I
and
won't
teeth.
say my coach
Ah!
slapped me. He ain't slapped me on the head, but it was like
Right.
I didn't get back and play defense. So he kind of gave me a little shrug, like, "Hey, man, something like that,
Right.
But
Right.
it kind of motivated me a little bit, though. Just but
True.
I did drop 12 after that, but that's beside the point. But
Right. Yeah. Hey, that's all that matter, boy. That boy said, I dropped
He
it.
didn't
I hit a
clarify.
quick
He didn't
four
clarify
threes.
they were points.
Nothing
Was
major though.
so I guess
12
I did make up
turnovers.
for it.
Or,
I kind of made up for it, and we got the dub too.
Hey, that's all that matters. Go ahead, John.
that's the thing, man. It's like it's a slap to the helmet, right? Like if he
Yeah.
grabbed him by the face mask, if he punched him in the gut, like everyone would be talking about it.
Right.
I will say, like Adams had the appropriate response, right? Like you look at your coach, be like, really? Like because Arians has always had that kind of like he thinks he's one of the players, man. Like he's always had that kind of like attitude,
He's a
like
player coach.
he's aggressive and all that stuff. He's always, rumors has it he's always been someone who yells at the players and gets kind of whatever thinks he can get rough. And that's the thing is none of the players have ever one of these days like maybe a player will like bump him back and he's going to realize, oh yeah, maybe I'm not cut out maybe I should stop this. But like I think Adams had the appropriate response. Like he looked at him like, all right, like I'll let this one go. Don't we're not gonna be doing that again. And I think that also so he didn't get fined by the NFL, he got fined by the Buccaneers. So I think they had the appropriate response too, is like, listen, man, we enjoy the Super Bowls and all, but let's be honest, right? You got Tom Brady. Like it's not like we're all sitting here saying Bruce Arians is the driving force behind that, but he is part of it. So it's like, you do have to let him know, like, listen, man, you can't just be slapping players. But yeah, I don't know. I think if I were Walt's coach, I would probably slapped him too. No, no. But
It wasn't a slap. It was one of these uh, like come on, man, get your head in the game.
Right.
right, and I think we've all had that one. I think we've all had a coach grab you by your jersey and shake you around a little bit. But yeah, man, slap to the helmet. Like I think it was it was almost comedic. Like it wasn't like, oh man, what just happened? Like, but it was because you watch him run out on the field and it looked like he was about to just snap a leg on the way out there, man.
I was just about to say on the replay, it looked like he almost missed too, though. Like he was trying
That
to put
boy.
so much aggressiveness behind it, he missed. So it's like,
So he did. That's the thing I think too is like the he tried to like I know it was a slap, but he did try to swing with all he got. Like it looked like he was trying to make contact. But I kind of also wondered, like, was Adams the only one who was at risk of getting a penalty there? Like, was he going to slap all of them? Like, I
Well,
just
they say now when you like pull players of the opposite team out of fouls, that is a unsportsmanlike penalty. So, and they say that's what Adams was doing in
But was
BA
he the
saw.
only one? Was he the only one doing it? I didn't think so. I thought there
He
were other players.
probably he probably
probably just the only
wasn't,
one
but he
that
was the
Bruce
only one
Arians.
BA saw.
Yeah, so that's probably the only one he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like, boy, get your over here, over here. We up 40. Stop. Relax.
That's the thing is right because BA can't just sit there and do nothing either. He has to do something. And in that moment, did he make the wrong choice? Possibly, but
I don't think
who's
so.
to say? Who's to say any of us wouldn't have made the? It's a split
Hey,
decision. He made the wrong
But
choice.
the thing I don't like about it is they say after that situation they gave Antonio Brown like a leg up. I'm like, how? How?
The only thing
It
that gives
ain't it
AB the
ain't
leg up is
this
if
ain't no, no Mike Leach stuff. I'm beating up players in private.
yeah.
It's in the middle of the
didn't
game.
the Jaguars say that their the kicker on the Jaguars said that the guy who got the boot earlier this year, the coach,
Urban.
he
Oh,
said he kicked him in the butt at one point. He said he
damn,
came up and
really?
Yeah,
kicked
yeah.
him from behind.
Now I can see if that then it's like, all right, but it's like, how's this giving AB a leg up?
Yeah, the only thing that gives AB a leg up is if the Buccaneers do get bounced in this next round, right? Is then because all his claims were Brady can't do it without me. Now I know he's backtracked some of them and all, but still, that was sort of his claim was, these guys can't do it without me. So yeah, this don't give him a leg up, but I think losing might give him a slight leg up.
So let me ask you this, John. Have you ever had anything like that happen to you playing sports in general?
So I've had other players throw a helmet at my head and stuff like that, but I've never had a coach do that. I like with Walt. I've had a coach grab me by the jersey and shake me, but
Oh,
that's about the extent of it.
y'all violent.
Um,
It's not necessarily a violence. It's just sometimes you got to shake somebody up to be
Throw
like,
a helmet at another player's head?
no, I didn't say that. I said grab him
Oh,
by
I'm like,
the. I
bro,
said grab him by the jersey.
Oklahoma, they different. I know Texas
Oh,
was different. I didn't
no,
know
no,
Oklahoma was different.
this was in a league. I'd cooked this dude for like my third touchdown that game. I played tight end. I'd cooked him for like my third touchdown, and he tackled me after the play, and so I threw the ball at his head, and then he turned around and threw his helmet at my head, and then I walked up to him with my helmet and his helmet in my hands, and then he ran off. So
I get
I
that
got
one.
tackled, and then I
I
got
get that
tackled by like two referees, and I was like, all right, calm down, like,
one.
I was just
Hey,
pretending.
were there any ejections in the game after that?
it should have been.
No,
On him.
another player got ejected because at one point he took the ball and just punted it like 50 yards out of the field, like out of the field play, just punted it into the other field.
After all that, he's the only one that got ejected for punting the ball.
And I think it was because he yelled at a ref after they told him to go get the ball. He told him no. Screw you. Well, he used some other language, but he said you, and then he said you go get it, and then they said, all right, you're gone.
Oh, wow.
It was an intense game.
It sounds intense.
There was a lot more fighting that day.
All right, so let me ask you guys this. If you seen a coach do that to your children, would you feel some type of way?
My kid's wearing a helmet.
Yes. Yes.
All right. I'm gonna start this one. I say a light slap. I'm cool with it. If he swings with all his might on my kid, I'll wait for the game to be over and then I'll give him my peace of mind. But at that, I don't want because I never want to come between my coach and the kid, right?
True.
I want to set the coach straight, but also like my kid have certain respect for the coach. But if the coach don't respect his job either, then I'm definitely gonna give peace of my mind. But yeah, it depends, man. If he swings like that, then yeah, I'm giving him, talking to him after the game for sure.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm in the same boat. I mean, with me having kids, I mean, if I seen a coach, do a slap like that, something light, I'm like, all right, bro, like, hey, all right, that's cool. He's trying to get my kids head in the game, and like I said, some people need a little, roughness to get them going because you know what I'm saying. They just out there all lackadaisical, and they just need that type of, I guess, motivation. So I mean, some people might need that. I'm gonna be honest. I need that sometimes, just so sometimes I might be lacking. So
A little punch to the rib. Come on, man.
I won't necessarily say punching in the rib, but you know what I'm saying. Like I said, the little jersey shake, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna be mad at a coach for doing that because you know what I'm saying. I grew up on that. You know what I'm saying. So it's like, it's kind of and it kind of show makes your kid a little toughness as well. You feel me? It kind of prepares them for a little bit toughness. So I won't be mad about that.
I didn't see a problem with it. I think, that's what most coaches do when a player is about to make a stupid play. Like, what are you doing? You have no need to do that. Just let the play go and go to the sideline.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
I understand too. It's a different day and age. But
that's the thing is we got too many people who've never played football commenting on stuff, and it's like, listen, we signed up for this, like you know what I
true,
mean? Like, and that's the thing is like, it made me laugh, is when people were talking about like Conor McGregor. Like, I've never been a fan of his, but like when he went crazy on that bus, right? And I'm like, and they were like, what? I can't believe he would do this. And I'm like, listen, he beats people in a cage for a living. Like, you
true.
can't just
Yeah,
expect people to just turn it off. Now, you do have to be somewhat professional, but like, you know, still like it's not everyone just can't. And so now they're talking about stuff that's on during the game on the field. Like now they're expecting people to turn it off between plays. Like between plays, you have to turn it off. Be like, all right, I did just truck some 300-pound dude, but now I'm going to like have no emotions and not celebrate my touchdown and not, Cam Akers told that Buda Baker stay down and stuff. People are like, oh, how could he? It's like, I didn't know he was hurt when it happened. Like,
right. He was caught in the moment. Relax.
yeah,
And
and
he,
so
he apologized afterwards, right afterwards too. He apologized
Yeah,
afterwards.
right, if he'd known he was hurt, he wouldn't have done. I don't think he would have done that. And so I'm sitting there like, listen, you're telling guys not even to turn it off after the game, but now you're telling them off, turn it off like during plays. I'm like, you don't understand this sport that we signed up for. Like, we know what we signed up for. We know it's physical and aggressive
100%.
and all that. And you got to know your boundaries and all. But it wasn't any worse than that ref tackling Dak. So that was probably a harder hit than this one BA gave his player.
About to say that referee had to be benched or something, man, to just push over Dak like that. I guess.
Right. You ain't about to start no play without me. You like, wait, relax. I contradict all this. Like, dude, this is not your job. Go sit down somewhere.